Hello, Miss McRae and fellow classmates. Today we will be learning about dialectical theory. What is dialectical theory? Dialectical theory is the presence of conflicts within interpersonal relationships. All interpersonal relationships will come into conflicts over time, and they are basically due to two polar opposites in ideologies. These ideologies can range over thousands of different things, but understanding and learning more about these differences can help bring us together and get over these conflicts. It is based in the theory of yin and yang, where balance can be achieved by two opposite things, and balance is the way for harmony. The first dialectical attention that I would like to talk about today is autonomy versus connectedness. Autonomy is introverts. They want to be left alone all the time. They don't like going into social gatherings. And connected people like to go to parties and enjoy group activities. The conflict between here is obvious. Some people want to be left alone, some people want to be around others, and in a relationship, this can cause some issue. The best way to work this out is to plan when you're getting together and when to have some alone time. Space is necessary, but also connecting is good, so balance is necessary. The next point of tension is novelty and predictability. Novel people are very spontaneous. They like to do many fun activities like wrestle bears, and more predictable people like to live in family lives. They like to do chores every day, go to their job, sleep, that boring stuff. The main issue here is some people want to be very spontaneous while others like to live their quiet life. You can try to work this out by planning when to be spontaneous and when not to be. The final one that I would like to talk about is transparency and privacy. Transparent people like to be very open, they want their ideas to be heard, and they want to learn about others. Private people want to keep more to themselves. The main tension arises here from transparent people wanting to learn about more about private people, and they feel uncomfortable around them because they feel like they're hiding something. And private people are uncomfortable around transparent people because they feel like they are trying to learn too much about them. These are only three of the tensions. Now we're going to learn about some of the others.
There are many dialectical tensions that can cause stress in relationships. Impartiality versus favoritism, approval versus personal effectiveness, emotional closeness versus distance, equality versus inequality, openness versus closedness, expression versus non-expression, revelation versus concealment, candor versus secrecy, transparency versus privacy, connection versus autonomy, instrumentality versus affection, novelty versus predictability, stability versus change, past versus present, old versus new, integration versus separation, consistency versus flexibility, conventional versus uniqueness, certainty versus uncertainty, own versus others' needs, our time frame versus their time frame, short versus long-term goal objectives, and territoriality.
Those are several of the other ways that people could have tensions. I hope you remembered all of them. They will be on the test Monday. So, why is learning about dialectical theory important? Well, learning about others' conflicts can help increase our understanding of where they're coming from so we can better have harmony. Understanding is the key to everything in conflicts because they are just as right as you are. The balance needs to be achieved. Just because someone's spontaneous, it doesn't mean they're better than being predictable. Just because someone's predictable doesn't mean they're better than being spontaneous. Spontaneous people can be reckless, and boring people can have no lives at all and just die alone. You don't want that. So, of course, balance is necessary. The most important thing to take away from this is these ideologies can be fluid and they can be changed over time. Forcing people to change their ideologies is never okay, is never a good thing, but achieving a balance on each of these spectrums is optimal. Thank you for listening and have a good day.